Very quiet. Quiet, sweet tayo. It's National Traffic Week. We have, I thought like National Traffic Week was something we have once a year. So when you have that, then you know, okay, I'm good. I can go speed again. Okay, yes, I don't want you to help that. Please stop that. Okay, let's listen to this. Namaste, good evening, man. Sure got some fancy parks here in Sweden. Hey, look what I did. I did a tiny turn. A Tina Turner. Okay, I want to get off. Stupid ass. That is quite entertaining. So let's view this from the beginning, shall we? We have a nice little hoop there, so we can make people like me feel tall. Not even. Little soccer field. I wonder how that squishy grass is. Little ping pong table. If you want to ping and pong when you're not chinging and chonging. Got some benches. You can drink your beer while watching your kids. Got a spinny thing. Oh boy, we got some spinny things over there, man. So we gotta do stuff. Gotta do some balancing on those. I've done a lot of workouts in parks actually. Just for shits and giggles. This could be quite fun as well. So yeah, look at that. I bet that's not entirely easy to climb. That could be a good workout as well. And of course, what would life be without giant balls? So this is where all the moms hang out. Now I know. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting deer. 1 deer. 2 deers. Hello, deer. Oh dear. Oh dear. And there's Deer Lord. Yeah, so you gotta watch out with deer as well, man. Hey there, little deer. Want a popsicle? Popsicle? How about a pudding pop? There you go. A movie of a trash can. So this is the bicycle parking. Bicycle parking and bicycle parking. Okay. And bicycle parking and bicycle parking and bicycle parking. But I'll do what I want. And this is for bicycles as well to go up and down, but I'll do what I want. And I'll do what I want. And I'll do what I want. And I'll do what I want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. I want to do what I want, what I really, really want. Because I'll do what I want. Because I'm the only one here. Because I'm an introvert. And I stick to myself. So I can do what I want. Like a giant Barbie there. She does what she wants. So
So last year I installed that test firmware. It's a test firmware EXN C30. Like, you can do it. You can do it, man. And now the firmware is stuck, man. I can't go back to the older firmware. So this firmware is just some firmware. I don't know much about it except it behaves like accelerated stability. But there are some modern components to it, since it does allow this latest last batch EXN to have the multicolored tail light. So that, you know, does make it very fun to carve and very fun to play with and stuff like that, but I don't see it as a serious wheel anymore, and especially not since one of the battery packs died. So I pretty much from the beginning, this EXN, you know, it's been nothing but trouble. I really tried to get back the feeling of what it used to be like on my old EXN, you know, because it's just like when you can control these smaller wheels like at a kind of foot level, and you don't have to put your dick and your balls into the wheel to get it up to speed. Because I mean, getting to 40 plus miles an hour on a wheel like the Lynx or EX30, it's still like quite a lot of work and quite a lot of intent. But with these smaller wheels, you know, you can sort of be there. But since one of the packs started beeping, you know, it's just like beep, I just put it under my mattress in my spare bed in my spare room, and I just let the battery pack beep until it stopped beeping. A few months later, it's a modern BMS with a triple connector on the battery pack, so it probably has some discharge protection. I kind of don't want to plug it in and find out, but just like since the very beginning, when I was riding the EXN and I got down to like 25% battery, like at 85 volts, then the packs would beep, man. Like riding the wheel, you're like oh man, terrible. But yeah, so now it's a 2-pack. Let's do a quick speed test. Train, truck. Got 60% vibration. I just want to see regarding the GPS speeds. Windy. All 50 kilometers an hour. So we'll see about that. And yeah, I touched the 60% PWM and then again. So that is correct. So I have it at 60. Damn, man. Tripods. I have it at 60% PWM so that I can get acquainted with that limit, because I really don't want to blast on this wheel anymore, and it sort of like keeps me honest when I'm riding in the city and when I'm going to work, you know, and work is like a 10-mile ride or something, or 11, and the only thing I miss is the range, you know, but I don't miss the weight from that pack, so it makes it a bit lighter, makes it a nice one-hander so I can carry it upstairs. So if I take the EXN to work, then I'm at work when I get to work, and if I take the EX30 to work, or the Lynx, then I feel that instead of topping out at 30, oh man, I gotta stop doing that. But just constantly speeding in the city, you know, or close to the city or whatever, just like speeding here and there. Partly I get a bit embarrassed, you know, when I'm on bike paths and I'm like ripping past them at 40 miles an hour, and it's just like, And it's like, what are you doing? This is a shared path with people that are walking. And bicycles that are speeding. And bicycles can do whatever they want, you know, because bicycles have insurance in a different way, and bicycles are allowed. Our wheels aren't really allowed. So, cyclists, man. When I was on my way to work yesterday, and I was on the EXN, yeah. So when I was getting to work, there's a bike path, and then you have a white line, you know, and then you have the people, and then you have a couple of young chicks there that are on their way to school, and they're outside the line. They cross the line, man. So you got incoming cyclists. They don't care. They will just take what's theirs because it's theirs, because they do what they want. And then the girls, they did what they want. So these girls, you know, they're getting the handlebars. So cyclists use the handlebars and smack into people's arms. But these girls had perfected the arts. They just wibble wobble all around them handlebars, man. It was crazy to see. So in August, man, on National Traffic Week, I was on my way to work, and there I am on that road. You can barely see the speed limit on it. You can only see it from one entry onto that road, and it's quite a long road. But little did I know that that was one of the protected 18-mile-an-hour roads, 30 kilometers an hour. The guy must be doing something awesome on his phone. I'll ride my bicycle and check my phone, because I'll do what I want. So there I am, ripping along the street, listening to Nordica, carving a bit, and then you see this silhouette in the middle of the street. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I'm like thinking, should I plow through this guy? You know, is this some guy on crack or what? Should I like just keep doing what I'm doing and getting closer and closer? And you see that this dark silhouette without a high visibility vest, standing against the dark gray streets, is a cop with his stick up, man. So he's indicating, he's indicating that if I try to pass him, that he's gonna knock me off the wheel, man. So I stop, you know, sort of get a bit of a brake wobble, because you panic brake. Reaction time, panic time. So a lot of things going through my mind. So I get off the wheel, you know, I get the trolley handle, and I said, you were speeding, blah, 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 you know. We go over to the little parking section where the other two cops are. So, you know, these cops, they're like hiding behind these bus stops, and then they'll come running out. They'll be there with their lasers. Lasering! Laser this, motherfucker. And then just stand there like a psychopath. So, you know, we talk, and then they say, yeah, we got you doing 53 kilometers an hour. And I said, well, let me check my app. And I said, oh, yeah, that's a nicely calibrated laser you got there. And I said, well, yeah, you know, sorry. I thought it was a 50 kilometer an hour road, because I'm usually trying to keep up with cars here so that I'm not in the way, since the city shut down the bike path. So that leaves us with this road. And it's not like there's a bunch of signs saying that it's a 30 kilometer an hour road, because otherwise usually they are marked a bit more clearly. School. Oh, 30. Oh, 30. Oh, 30. All kinds of 30, I tell ya. All kinds. And the city's been talking about turning that into a 40 road, because it is quite wide. And there's no real school there in that sense. Uh-oh, a crossing. It's okay. You can do what you want. And it's a preschool. So it's not like you have a bunch of 4-year-olds that are out, you know, on that sidewalk where there's basically no crossings. What? But hey, still my bad, you know? So I said, hey, you know, it's my responsibility to know the speed limits when we do something wrong. But she'll do what she wants. So we talk a bit, and then he asked me for my driver's license, because in Sweden they want to dual punish. So I say I don't have a driver's license. And he says, well, you know, then that's another law broken. Driving without a license. And I'm like, when it comes to the speeding, I accept the speeding. When it comes to the driving without a license, I do not accept the driving without a license charge. I do not accept that charge. What is the next step? And I said, then it has to go to court. Then I said, then it will go to court. And when we were finishing up the talking, one of the cops did a lift test on my patent. Good for you, man. Good for you. They didn't find me on the spot. They were allowed to find me on the spot, but since they wanted to double or nothing, so they said that I would get a letter, that I would eventually be called to court. And then I got a mail, and then I got a letter, and then I got another letter saying pretty much the same thing, and then I got another letter with a rewording of the thing that had been said. Shenanigans. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Started thinking of that song from Jason Donovan. I'll send you all my love every day in a letter and seal it with a kiss. Yeah. Here is the decision we have made. And it's like the assistant, Lynn, the assistant, they dropped the charge of driving without a license. Look at that, man. Bet the attorney, and this is an assistant attorney. Thank you, Lynn. I know a Lynn with that last name. I'm not going to say her last name. Blah, 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 the court thing. And then again, and this is the one that kills me, man. It says, the suspect has also been charged with another crime. And the punishment that will be decided for that crime will be enough to cover this charge that we're dropping. or the... I tried to get away from trains and cars, man. Shut it! So it's like they're allowed to find you on the spot. They didn't find me on the spot. They wanted to charge me with the other thing, and it was gonna go to court. Didn't go to court. The driver's license thing got dropped, and they said that the punishment that I'll be getting. This was in August, man. That'll be like, you know, like $320 or something if I ever get that speeding ticket. I put the money away. It's under my mattress, just to add to a bit of height to my bed. And now I wait, man, every day since August. Walk through the door, say, honey, I'm home, to all my wheels, honeys, I'm home. And I look down, and there's no letter, man. Waiting for the letter that never comes, man. Waiting for that text that never comes. Waiting. With my dick in my hands. Look at that baby tire. What were they thinking? The CST knobby is a tiny bit wide on it, and the Kenda as well. I might get the Duro, man. There's an HF Duro. It's a knobby. Has a bit of a nicer profile. Ronnie put one on his Blitz. He tried to like the Blitz, man. He tried. I tried liking things I don't like either. But yeah, this is now a 1800 watt-hour wheel. Got them Clark bumpers that Francisco sent to me long ago. I kind of feel like I want to put the Merlins back on. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. Can't find my Clark pads though, man. Where'd they go? Maybe it just fell down that big hole, together with all my hopes and dreams.
It's gonna be a cold, lonely summer, but I'll fill the emptiness. I'll send you all my dreams every day.